Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to be discussing low spoon meals. And I really wanted to create content on my Astro School that not only helped us astrologically, but because I am neurodivergent, I want to give back to the community by offering some really great resources on just making your life a little bit easier as a neurodivergent person or as a chronically ill person. So, today we're going to be discussing some low spoon meals, meaning these are meals that you can prepare ahead of time for days in which, you're feeling exhausted and you do not have the motivation to cook. I know for me, it's been a real challenge to not order takeout, and takeout can get very expensive, even if you're ordering Taco Bell, right? When you get to the tip and you get to the delivery charge, you can sometimes spend upwards to $30 to $40 just for fast food. So it's not really sustainable, right? So I wanted to create some healthy meals that, are easy for you to prepare, they're affordable for you to prepare. And, also, even if you do not like these particular meals, to maybe just kind of get your head in a place of creation so you can utilize some of these ideas and alter them to your own liking. So today we're going to be doing low spoon meals. And I wanted to focus around a theme each episode. And so for this particular episode, we're going to be looking at mason jars. I think they're kind of a low spoon godsend. Um, when you have mason jars, it just makes something that it can be, very grab and go. It stays fresher longer than, in Tupperware because it has a tight seal, and it just makes everything a little bit easier. So, you can do a lot of salads, soups, overnight oats, and even dips with mason jars. And today I wanted to create about 10 different recipes for you that I've used in the past, that, could be very helpful on those days that you have low spoons. So it'll help you, kind of um, work with thinking outside of the box a little bit and deconstructing what a meal is and making it kind of effortless. Now, these are ranging in how many spoons it might take. Some of them require more or less spoons. But again, this is to get your brain kind of motivated and thinking about what a meal could look like for you. So I wanted to make them creative. I know we have a lot of ADHDers here, so adding some added crunch, things like that were definitely on my mind when creating these options. So the first one is a really easy veggie pho. This is a Vietnamese recipe. Um, it's obviously altered from a pho that you might get at a restaurant, but it's kind of a version of it. And you might have seen a lot of these floating around online. And you can change them up anyway that you feel is right for you, or what's available to you. But essentially, we start with thinly sliced carrots. Now, this might take a little bit of effort. Cutting carrots is a little bit time consuming, but if we ahead of time and we prepare things for later, we can use the little bit of spoons that we have on a Monday, perhaps, um, to let us sustain the rest of the week. The next thing you'll want is julienne red peppers, and then also jalapeno. And you might want to alter this to your spiciness level. I like a lot of spice. You might not like a lot of spice. If you don't like a lot of spice, you might want to eliminate the seeds from the jalapeno. And if you are a spice person, then you might want to, add the seeds. Lime is also included. Lime is it's a great addition to any kind of recipe. It adds that little bit of soury citrusness to it, a lot of flavor, and limes are pretty inexpensive. I can see them usually at my grocery store for under 30 cents. Um, Minced fresh ginger, which again you can buy at the grocery store relatively cheap. Here, I can get like even if you have to get the frozen kind and unfreeze it, that's also fine. You got to work with what you have. Minced garlic, which again we can get for like about $3. It'll last you a long time. Chopped green onion. You can also use scallion if that's more readily available to you. Uncooked thin rice noodles, gluten-free soy sauce. That's what I like to use anyways. You can use regular soy sauce if you would like, or coconut aminos. And then you take all of these things and you can close them up. And when you get to your destination or when you're ready to eat, you can just add hot water or hot pho stock, which again you can buy at the grocery store. They usually have it between $4 and $5. You can get like a big container of it, or vegetable stock. You can also add, just making sure that it's hot, and you'll want to let it cool off for a good few minutes so that the noodles can get very soft. But it's a really grab and go kind of dish. And there's a lot of really good ingredients in this that can help with your sinuses. And of course, you're getting, vitamins from the carrots, the peppers, and of course, the ginger. So again, in a large mason jar, add the carrots, red pepper, ginger, garlic, green onion, and rice noodles in that order. When ready to eat, pour in the soy sauce and the boiling vegetable stock, or if you choose to use water, that's also fine. Um, Another option is to, when you're ready to eat, pour in the soy sauce, the concentrated liquid vegetable stock, and about 3 cups of boiling hot water. Now, this is going to vary depending on how many jars you're making. Um, and you'll want to wait to tighten the lid. You'll want to wait to tighten the lid for just a little bit, because you don't want the mason jar to break. You can also prepare this if you prefer in the pot. And then once it's about room temperature, start pouring it into the mason jars as well. That's also an option. Idea number 2 is a high protein, low food map salmon salad. Now, salmon is really, really easy to prepare. It takes very little spoons to prepare. And if you're looking to purchase salmon, Amazon Fresh actually has an option at the time that I am recording this, at least, and they have these pre-marinated, separated salmon pieces. You get about 4 for about $10, which I think is a pretty good deal. So you get about 4 meals for about $10. So for this one, you'll want to use that salmon, spinach, avocado, diced cucumbers, oil, and red vinegar. It's pretty straightforward. And again, I wrote salmon is surprisingly easy and fast to cook. A simple marinade can be a citrus juice such as orange juice or a lemon. You'll want to lay it on foil and broil for only about 4 to 8 minutes, checking in, making sure it's fully cooked. And then you can put it aside and let it cool, or you can put it in the fridge for about an hour if you want to use it on a salad. You can obviously leave it in the fridge for longer. Um, I would say about like 4 to 5 days is the most that I would keep it, unless you're putting it into the mason jar so it's fully covered. And so, anyway, in the mason jar, you'll start with a bed of spinach, diced avocados, and cucumbers. And when ready to eat, add your dressing so it doesn't get all mushy, and mix with oil and red wine vinegar. This is a delicious, easy kind of meal. Can only take about 10 minutes to make. My next idea was a Greek salad, which is kind of similar. And this time you would use romaine lettuce, feta cheese, black olives that are sliced. You can also get them in a can, pre-sliced if you would like. You'll just need to drain them, and cucumbers sliced. For variety, this makes an excellent wrap, also, I have to say. And you can add leftover salmon if you do choose to make the salmon to this, and it's just chef's kiss easy. So the next idea that I had was an Asian cucumber salad. These are pretty popular right now, and they're really easy to make. All you need are diced cucumber, diced red onion, garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, rice vinegar, chili flakes, and sesame seeds. And all you have to do is put these things into a bowl and cover them, put them in the fridge. And the longer that this one sits in the fridge, the yummier it gets. So this is a really, really good one to make at the beginning of the week that'll last you all week. Um, it's good for about 4 to 6 days, and it is just chef's kiss. It's a great side dish. It can be a full dish if you want to add a protein to it, but it's delicious on its own as well. So the next idea we have is a breakfast option, and it is cocoa banana overnight oats. And for this, you'll need about 2 cups of rolled oats. And you can prep these at the beginning of the week for the whole week. It's really easy. 1.5 cups of milk, and whatever milk works best for you. That could be cow milk, that could be almond milk, that could be oat milk, it could be hazelnut, whatever you like. A half a cup of yogurt and 1 banana. And this can be either mashed, chopped, or sliced, whatever you prefer. If you don't have a lot of spoons, it can just be, kind of chopped or mashed, whatever you want to do. And then you'll need about 1 to 2 tablespoons of cocoa, 1 tablespoon of honey or maple syrup. And then, you can choose whatever toppings that you like, whatever is on hand for you, whatever makes you feel happy. You'll mix all of the ingredients together in a bowl or a jar and place in the fridge, preferably overnight for at least 1 hour. When you're ready to, you can tuck it in, remove from the fridge, and top with the toppings of your choice. The oats can be eaten cold or it can be heated in the microwave for about 30 to 60 seconds. And this will also keep in the fridge if you keep it covered for about 2 to 3 days. So delish, 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 delish. Okay, this is another recipe that we have. This is idea 6, and it is tomato pesto ricotta. So you'll place some grape tomatoes, olive oil, and garlic cloves in a baking dish. And this is all you have to do, but you'll want to bake it in the oven for about 30 minutes, checking in sporadically to make sure that it's, cooking and to your liking at about 425. Then you'll want to let it and sit this and cool, or you can have it cool off in your refrigerator if you would like as well. So this is one you can kind of like start in the morning and then, do more with it, perhaps when you get home. And then once it's cool, and you'll want to add ricotta cheese to this and some spinach pesto. And then you'll want to mix it by shaking it. Really, really delicious. And you can serve this with a baguette, and you can reheat it as needed as well. So you might want to put this in the microwave for about 60 seconds before you serve it. Really, really, really delicious. Easy, low spoons. And this is just like also a great appetizer as well. So the next idea is the Thai peanut salad. And for the ingredients in this one, you'll need shredded purple cabbage, which you can usually buy already pre-shredded, grated carrot, thinly sliced snow peas or sugar snap peas, chopped cilantro, thinly sliced green onion, chopped roasted and salted peanuts for garnish. And this sounds crazy. This is actually one of my favorite things to do. I'll take the peanuts, I'll put them in a plastic bag, and then I'll just like mash them with something. It can be like a mug, or if you have one of those meat tenderizers, you can use one of those. But I don't know. I love, love, love just chopping things. The dressing is pretty easy. It's a half a cup of smooth, all natural peanut butter, half a cup of lime juice, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of ginger, finely minced. You can use the minced ginger from the earlier recipe, 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil, 2 cloves of garlic, finely minced, or you can use the minced garlic from earlier, and then 1/4 to 1/2 cup water and sea salt to taste. So it's really easy. You can put that in a blender and just mix it all together. Idea 8 is a deconstructed sushi roll. This is so much fun. I love this. This is one of my favorite go-to recipes. And if you get poke from, I think that's how you say it, from like the supermarket, it's actually quite delicious. This is not one though, of course, if you do get that, you do not want to let that sit. You'll want to eat that right away just for health reasons, not good to like let that kind of sit. But if you want to just try it on its own, you'll need sticky rice, which again you can get from any grocery store. Most of the time they'll have it. They'll have them. You'll just have to put them in the microwave for about 60 seconds. It's already pre-made. Crab meat, real or imitation, either works. Seaweed, sometimes known as nori, and you'll just want to shred that into pieces and add some cream cheese, avocado diced cucumber, and some sesame seeds. And you'll mix that all together over the sticky rice, and it's delicious. It's a deconstructed sushi roll. You get a nice little palette of different flavors there. And then idea 9 is the tofu bok choy soup. And the ingredients in this one are pretty easy. Some chili garlic oil, some soy sauce, some sesame oil, vegetable better than bouillon, kimchi, which again you can get at most supermarkets, snap peas, bok choy, tofu, and dried rice noodles. So first you'll want to add the garlic oil and the soy sauce to the base of the mason jar with the sesame oil and the vegetable better than bouillon. Next, you'll want to add the kimchi and the snap peas. Then you'll add your tofu for protein, followed by the bok choy. Finally, you'll add the dried rice noodles, and then you'll just have to add water and let sit until room temperature to enjoy. It's pretty easy, standard, delicious soup. And then, of course, idea 10, Greek yogurt parfaits. And I love this, especially for people who are trying to eat a little bit more healthy. Greek yogurt is, extremely healthy. I love it. It's a very versatile ingredient. You can use it in substitution of sour cream in recipes. But for this one, pretty basic. We're going bottom layer granola, then the plain Greek yogurt in the middle, and some fresh or frozen fruit on top. I really like using strawberries. Again, if you have Amazon Fresh, they deliver, and oftentimes you can get their frozen strawberries. They're already cut for you. They're about $3 for a big bag of them, so they last you a long time. And this is one that I like to do because the more it sits in the fridge, the more the fruit absorbs into the Greek yogurt, and it just makes it more juicy and delicious. So these are 10 mason jar ideas for you guys today, to really focus on, some food prepping, making your lives a little bit easier. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this. We'll come back and we can do, another episode. We'll do low spoon meals, maybe oven edition or microwave edition. Let me know what you want. Um, or if you have preferences like a vegan edition, I'll be happy to do that for you guys. So I hope that this inspires you this month to make some delicious meals. And I hope you all have a great month. Bye bye.